Hello there guys, how's it going? I hope you're all having a good day so far. Today on Xenoblade Chronicles X, it is time for Chapter 8. One of the most climactic chapters in the game and definitely a contender for my favourite. On top of that, I also have a ton of Affinity missions I want to do today. I'm going to be doing the required missions for Chapter 9 and one of the required missions for Chapter 10. And there's also one that isn't required that I'd like to try and squeeze in as well, just because it's kind of relevant to the epilogue. And depending on time-wise, there's also a regular mission that I'd like to show off. I was potentially going to show it off last time, but I ended up not. And then between streams, I decided that I wanted to show it anyway. Before I get started, though, I just wanted to share that if I could get the... Oh shit, I pulled the webcam out. I was trying to show that dear old Milo is here and he's sitting next to me, but for whatever reason the webcam is really tangled up. Deactivate, activate. There we go. It's at a weird angle. He's sat to the left of me, and for whatever reason the cable seems really snug, so I can't actually get it to point down to where he is. Might be because I plugged it into the wrong side, maybe. Oh well, it's fine. You've seen him, you know what he looks like. You know that he's here, and that's what matters. Right, so, couple of housekeeping things to go over before I begin. I have made myself 2 new level 30 skells. This is Chimaris. This was the main skell that I used during my Wii U playthrough. It is currently in the hands of Elma, replacing the skell that she did have that was cut for reasons, seeing as Cross now has her own new skell. And then making a grand return for Lynn's skell is Dinner. Then you should be very familiar with this one. Right, I also currently have Yelv in the party for a reason. I would like to head over to Armory Alley because it occurs to me that I only showed off the female variants of Liesl's outfit because I forgot that they weren't locked to female. Nilnel's outfit is female only, and I mistakenly assumed that Liesl's was as well, but it's not. There is a male version of it. So, Yelv is going to be the guinea pig today. So, let's go to the head first. So, it's not quite as cool, it's not quite as round, but it's still a fairly neat design. A few different colour variations as well. That one's nice, very Iron Man-y. And then for the main body itself, it's a little bit more bulky and padded out. Also, the colours are really different. It's black instead of white. Oh, my webcam covered up the helmet. Oh. Right, hold on. We can fix that. At least you saw the actual bodysuit itself, though, so that wasn't completely useless. Let's go in here. That should be more central, yeah. As you can see, it's not as round, it's got some horn things on it. It's still pretty cool looking, but I don't think it's as good of a helmet. Right, anyway, let's get Yelv out of the party, because I need 3 people only for Chapter 8. And then, yeah, let's not waste any time. Let's go jump right into Chapter 8 and get things started, because all of the other missions that I want to do are after Chapter 8, bar 1. So, might as well just jump right into things. It's kind of a nice flow for the streams, I feel, to do the story first and then do side stuff after. Obviously, I didn't for the Chapter 4 stream, but that's just because, you know, I did so much story during the Chapters 1 through 3 stream that I didn't have time to do any side stuff. Right, here we go. Chapter 8. Oh, we're in for a good time.
What am I in the mood to make?
I want a pot pie, please.
Now that is a good idea.
Linley! Linley! What is Linley making?
Citizens of NLA, this is Secretary Nagi. Those of you that have served under me, here or on the White Whale, know I'm not one to mince words. So, I'll get right to the point. We are at war. Even now, the hostile alien force known as the Ganglion is marching on New Los Angeles. We know they possess Skell-class ground-based units, and we have reports of unidentified flying weaponry as well. Director General Chausson is attempting to open a dialogue. But our enemy has shown no signs of being open to negotiation. In light of all this, it is my duty to prepare us all for the worst. And this is why I've called an emergency assembly of all Blade divisions. To be clear, none of this changes our mission with regards to recovering the Lifehold. But in the short term, it is absolutely crucial that we protect our city. Not just for our fellow humans, but for the Manon and our other xenoform allies as well. New Los Angeles is home to us all, including our brothers and sisters yet to be awakened. In that spirit, the Manon have agreed to use their ship to ferry all non-combatants out of the combat zone. This is a temporary measure, but also a very good example of how we all, human and xenoform alike, must sacrifice and contribute to our common cause. For those of us who will fight, I promise you that once we prevail, any mimeosome damaged or destroyed will be fully restored. Troops, a trying battle awaits us, but we must repel the coming invasion, no matter what the cost. We're counting on you.
You all heard what Nagi said. Ganglion forces are closing in on the city. I'd love it if Chausson could negotiate our way out of this, but we all know better.
They've made their feelings about humans pretty clear.
Our team has been assigned the most crucial defensive position. The administrative district gate. If we lose Blade HQ, that's it. We've lost the war. We have to expect the Ganglion know this, and we'll hit it hard.
Yeah. No pressure there. Do we know where everyone else is stationed?
Irina's by the entrance to the industrial district. Doug's on standby until we make visual contact with the enemy. And Lau's guarding the hangar.
Tatsu will manage supply lines. Use Nopon connections to keep key materials stocked.
Thanks, Tatsu. When this is all over, I'll bake you into a delicious meal.
Tatsu heard you say into, Lindley.
And you, Rook. You ready?
I could take them all on by myself.
Great. Just don't get so cocky you bite off more than you can chew.
Yeah. Remember, we're a team. We need to work together.
Let's move out.
Okay, here we go. Shit has really cooked off. So, Chapter 8 is kind of a temporary point of no return. Once you start it, you cannot go and do anything else until you are done, because, well, we can't just abandon the defense of NLA now, can we? That does mean, though, they've had to make some little concessions for the player, so all of your shopping needs have been moved into the barracks if you need to sort your gear out at the last minute, but I'm prepared. I did all of that between streams, and to be honest, I'm not really going to be using ground gear much in this chapter anyway, as I'll quickly show off. I have the whole team outfitted in Skell gear to make the Skells that they're piloting stronger. Because I'm going to be doing pretty much all of this chapter in Skells. It's just how I've always done it. It's the easiest way to do it and also the coolest way to do it. Because you're fighting off a big army of mechs. Why would you not do it in your own mechs? Hey, Sap! Welcome to the stream. You are here just in time for one of the best chapters in the game. How are you doing today? Do a backflip. That's about the best I can do. Right, okay. No point putting things off. The enemy's getting closer. Let's do this.
Bad time for rain.
This is Brigadier General Jack Phantom, Supreme Commander of the Defense Force of the Colony of New Los Angeles.
I'm sorry, Supreme what? Where are all these titles coming from?
He's trying to lay on some gravitas. He wants to sound like the leader of a huge organized army.
Yeah, but Brigadier General?
The title's already growing on me.
I guess. Brigadier General. Maybe if he, like, waxed his mustache up a bit.
Attention, Ganglia. Your army has unlawfully crossed New LA's defense perimeter.
You have 10 seconds to hold your advance and agree to negotiate. If you do not comply, we will have no choice but to interpret your actions as a declaration of war and launch our counterattack. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All units open fire!
Started.
All right, remember. Our job is to destroy any ganglion that so much as think about going through the gate here and infiltrating the city. Got it?
Roger.
Tatsu is Roger too.
Okay, here we go. The battle begins. I love the atmosphere for this chapter. A lot of really great music is used throughout. Really just sets how desperate this situation is. Alright, let's get everyone into Skells, please. I am doing very well, thank you, Sam. Thank you for asking. I am really excited to be playing through this chapter because it is one of the best in the game. Alright, there's a lot of guys to burn through here. I do wish I had my G-Buster, but Elma's got it, so she should basically be carrying me through most of this chapter. Cressfelg, as I've said before, is not the strongest thing, but Elma should be making up for it. I mean, even then, against mechanical enemies, it's not too bad. It does do a lot of gravity damage and beam damage, and mechanical enemies do tend to be weak to both of those.
Here's the next wave!
Yeah, so many, too many.
Hold your ground. We're the last line between them and human extinction. We can't let them pass.
Right, round 2, let's go. Got to survive for 3 minutes. Let's make sure everyone is concentrating their fire, please. Got to be as efficient as possible. I was going to bind that guy for some fuel, but I guess Elma just deleted him. Yeah, it could have been Lyn, actually. I think Lyn also has a G-Buster equipped. G-Busters are just really good. If you're playing this game and you're not using Cressfelg and you don't have a G-Buster equipped, you're playing it wrong. The G-Buster is just so absurdly powerful for the story. And for a lot of side quests as well. You fight so many mechanical enemies, and it's a gravity attack and it does so much damage to them. Well, I took out a level 60 enemy at level 30 yesterday with a G-Buster. That's how good they are. Okay, the waves do take a little while to spawn in. I think I killed them too quickly. I know other defense missions have a new wave spawn in as soon as you kill the previous one, but I guess they made this one a little bit easier because it is required. And these can be quite intense for people who aren't prepared for them. Oh, thank you, Elmer. Just one-shotting there. I fucking love the G-Buster. It does burn through fuel, but when I'm streaming, my play sessions aren't that long anyway. They're only like a couple of hours. So fuel really isn't that much of an issue. You think you did a lot of this chapter on foot. I mean, it's perfectly doable on foot. There's nothing wrong with doing that. I just like doing it in scales because it feels cooler. Plus, you know, I spent a lot of money on these scales. I want to use them. And you guys, 3 years ago, lovingly created these designs. I want to show them off. Well, one of them I made, but still, that's not the point. Ow. There's a bloody plinth that the monitor stood on, and I just whacked my hand on it. I'm still not used to this streaming environment. It is not ideal, but we make do. Gotta make do for poor Budster over there. Oh, he's snoozing away.
Didn't have to be like this.
We should weaken them just to be safe. Output at max.
I mean, there's not much point me debuffing this guy when Elmer is literally about to murder him in a second. Okay, Lin's G-Buster definitely doesn't seem to be as effective. That only did a small chunk of health. I think I did put a bunch of augments on Elmer's scale though, so that's probably why. I basically recreated the builds I had for each scale in the original playthrough.
Woo! Not so many bad aliens now!
It seems like it's working, Elmer. The east gate is gonna hold.
Where are they all? Could this really be all they have?
Elmer?
Sorry. Yeah, so far so good. Let's keep it up.
Right.
Okay, wave 3, here we go. Got some Galders to deal with. I believe this is the first time we're seeing one of these. These are basically the heavy weapons ganglion unit. They're a lot bulkier than your average mech, but that really doesn't mean much when you've got a G-Buster on the field. And I've got 2 of them.
All right. Who's next?
Stand down, Lin. We've cleared the area.
No further hostile signatures detected. All enemy craft in the combat arena has been destroyed.
Roger that.
We did it? We did it!
Another wave might hit soon.
I think you're right. That was way too few troops. They must be testing our defenses.
Ugly aliens got one look at Hero Pantatsu and surrendered.
Ha! Something tells me no.
Absolutely huge, and it's airborne, and coming in fast. The enemy are planning to attack NLA from above.
I knew it. The ground attack was a feint. Everyone, we need to get back to the city.
We're fighting inside the city?
I know, Lin, I know. We tried to avoid it, but now we have no choice. Better to risk damaging the city than losing it altogether.
The hostile forces have crossed the perimeter. They've entered NLA airspace.
Tatsu panic! Everyone panic!
Let's move.
Right.
direct hit. Lost him.
The second we find their core, I'll bring you back first. I swear it.
They're inside the walls? Mobilize all internal security. Any and all fighters on standby.
Hey, that's us. Let's go help.
But we can't leave the artifact unprotected.
Wang's team can handle it. They need us out there.
Yes, sir!
Are you telling me you losers can't even handle a bunch of humans?
Please, Targon wants to join fight.
What? Why would you want to do that? Although, I suppose if we don't pitch in now, that fool Luxar will never get off our backs. Very well. Have it your way. Looks like a number of enemy scales have entered the city.
We should take them all head on.
Agreed. Let's give every ganglion we can find a nice, warm welcome.
Roger that.
Elma, we got a situation in the commercial district. Two really nasty SOBs. They're tearing through everything we throw at them. Secure your area and get over there ASAP.
Copy that. We're on it.
Oh man, I love that cutscene so much. It's one of my favourite cutscenes in the game. First of all, the music is incredible. Codenames is an absolutely fantastic track. It's basically X's version of Engage the Enemy, Counterattack, The Weight of Life, that sort of track. But it's also one of the few instances in the game where we actually get to see some proper mech action in cutscenes. One of my biggest criticisms with X as a whole is that a lot of the cutscenes basically just treat it like your skells don't exist. You never see your custom skell in cutscenes. You can fight an enemy in a skell, and then in the cutscene you're fighting it on foot. It's a little weird. It's always been an issue I've had with the game. And this cutscene gave me some of what I wanted to see. I wanted to see big robots slapping each other silly with big swords and guns and all that crap. And goddamn, Arena is a good skell pilot. She's piloting one of my favourite skells, the Layla. And it's one of the rare instances where a skell other than an urban is in a cutscene. I don't know why. The majority of all the skells in the cutscenes, and just around the world as well, are urbans. That just seems to be the case. It's like the other 6 frames don't exist. Apart from this one instance where we get a Layla. Anyway, yeah, NLA is completely under siege. The city's on fire. There's skells all over the place fighting. They did such a good job on this chapter, and I do wish X had more of this sort of stuff. I love the open world. I love the exploration. But I play Xenoblade games for the story. And I enjoy what story X has, but man, it really needed more. Also, hey, Joe, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? The whole city's on fire. Yes. Yes, it is.
Let's move.
Alright, slowly make my way to the commercial district, taking out every ganglion along the way.
This round is gonna hurt like a rocket. Come on.
You kept going around killing all the enemies, and it took you way too long to find out that they respawn. Yeah, I believe they are infinitely respawning. I think this is their solution for you not being strong enough to take on the boss. It's basically a way that you can quickly level yourself up if need be. Your brain has a headache. Other than that, you're alright. I'm doing very well, thank you. Enjoying one of my favourite games in the series. Enjoy the ad revenue. Oh, I will. Oh, I absolutely will. Alright, you've joined in, have you? Well, I was gonna punch you in the face, but then Elmer just decided that you were already dead. This art isn't the most powerful one that I have, but it's so satisfying.
You did enough, but you can do more next time.
Did not mean to activate overdrive there. Bit of a waste considering how quickly everyone's dying. But yes, Sap. Riz definitely does give me X vibes as well. They've got that whole, like, tiny girl who's actually a sadistic serial killer vibe to them. Given that 3 already reuses a lot of concepts from X, it wouldn't surprise me if they were intended to be similar.
You're right to be afraid, little girl. Let's kill her first.
Lynn, stay calm. Don't let them into your head. We've faced worse than this before, and we've won every single time. Don't forget that.
I know.
There's no way that we'll lose.
Yeah, you're right. It's much easier to be brave with you guys here. Sorry to worry you. I'll be fine. Now come on. Let's kick some ganglion butt. Now touching. The bossy one with the silver hair. She looks like she must be the leader. Alright, doggone. I've changed my mind. Kill her first.
Right, here we go. Classic double fight. Dagan is the tank. He has a lot of health and he is a lot harder to go down, but Riz is the attacker. She is a lot more dangerous. She uses gravity attacks, which, if you're not careful, can absolutely shred a Skell. Like, there we go. She's using one right now. I do believe she gets invulnerability at some point during the fight, so you do have to swap your target over to Dagan. Yeah, there we go. She's got a perfect evade up. Just wanted to get some early damage on her out of the way. But yeah, I timed that ad break very carefully, Sap, so that we wouldn't miss any of these cutscenes or any of the boss fight. That's why I was stalling killing Ganglion. Okay, Dagan's on the ground. I feel like they've buffed this fight slightly, and it might just be placebo. But I used to destroy this fight in like 30 seconds back on the Wii U. It might be because I'm using Hresvelg, and I was on my first playthrough of Definitive Edition as well. But these two definitely do seem to put up more of a fight than I remember. They're not hard by any means, but definitely not as pathetically weak as they used to be. Unfortunately, they did not do the same for Old Mandel if they did change this, because Chapter 7 is still ridiculously quick. Okay, right, we've broken through the decoy. There we go.
It hurts! You primitive worms!
Looks like you underestimated your enemy. You two are the only ones left.
And you expect me to kiss your hand and beg for my life? I'd rather laugh my way to the grave!
Please, no.
Wait. We don't have to continue like this.
What are you waiting for? Lost your nerve?
You're more useful alive.
What?
Go back to your people, your masters. Tell them we want no further conflict. Tell them the humans are willing to negotiate. That we can find common ground and coexist here, peacefully.
Don't tell me you honestly think you've won here, do you?
What was that explosion?
Colonel, this is bad. They got the alien scout. They smashed into the hangar and got the scout.
Another city of innocence burns. All so they can lay claim to a single skull? Was this truly necessary? I have become party to madness.
Your target was the mech all along.
Oh, you're so quick. I can see why they made you the leader. And now the Vita is ours. So you see, you didn't win anything. You lost.
You sure about that?
Huh?
Your people managed to swipe that alien mech out from under us. I'll give you that. But our mission was to repel the invasion and defend New LA at all costs. Nothing more, nothing less. In that, we succeeded.
For now, maybe.
But you were sent here to take the city. And as far as I can tell, it's still standing. So I'd say you're the only loser here. Now crawl home. Tell your ganglion leaders you were beaten, and deliver my message. Hurry up and go, before I change my mind.
Our people can't coexist peacefully. We can't coexist, period. It's us or you arrogant worm. No negotiation, no compromise, and no mercy! Irina! Gwyn! Thank God you're both alright!
Yeah, we made it back, but... Marcus wasn't so lucky.
What happened?
He took an enemy missile barrage.
What? He's gone?
Listen, Lieutenant. We're going to find that Lifehold core. And when we do, Marcus will be the first one back in a brand new state-of-the-art MIM. I promise.
He should get the latest hip and fashionable model.
Yes, yes. Just like Gwyn, only taller and slimmer, and with more muscles on his wings.
And more handsome, too.
Thanks, guys. No, seriously. Thanks.
I like this idea. We'll find Marcus the handsomest, strongest, most un-Gwyn-like MIM around.
Oh, you too now?
So, Colonel, we lost the alien scout.
Well, last I heard, we weren't even sure what it was. Doesn't seem like much of a loss to me.
If only it were that simple.
Ma'am?
The important thing is, we managed to repel the invasion force. We're still alive, and NLA is still standing. I'll take that as a victory.
Hell yeah! The Colonel's right. We did good here today. We won.
Yeah, you're right.
So hey, why don't we all go report back to HQ together?
Sure. Sounds good.
Actually, Irina, you guys should go on ahead. I have an errand to run with my team first.
Roger that. Then we'll see you back at headquarters in a bit. Colonel.
Let's go check out the hangar.
Right.
So I said everything about you.
Stupid worms. I'll kill every last one of them. Every last one of them! I'll kill them with my own bare hands if I have to.
There's no excuse. This wouldn't have happened if I didn't order my men to leave their posts.
You were just trying to help. It's okay. We should count ourselves lucky we ended up with so few casualties.
Sorry to break up the love-in, but you know, there must be something to that Skell if they were this worried about it.
I wonder.
The bigger question is how they even knew we had it. And how did they know exactly where we were keeping it? No way.
Yes, at last. The Great One's divine vessel is mine. I beg you, O Great One, descend to this humble planet and guide me. I am yours to command.
And there we go, one of the best chapters in Xenoblade X, Chapter 8 is done. Another little mention of the Great One at the end there. I wonder if anything is actually going to come of that in this version of the game, because it definitely did not in the original. But we shall see. So, as a whole, I love Chapter 8. It's one of the best chapters in the game. It's action-packed. It's got really cool set pieces, really cool music, really cool cutscenes, a cool boss fight. And it manages to avoid one of the bigger criticisms that I have with a lot of X's chapters. The early game chapters in X in particular really suffer from feeling like nothing happens during them. Like each one introduces maybe one thing that's important to the story, you have like one fight, and then that's about it. It really does feel like for the first half of the game just not much story happens, but Chapter 8 is where that starts to change. And that's really exciting and really, really nice to see. If we ever do get an X2, this is something I would like to see fixed up. I'd like to see the story a little bit more involved earlier on. One issue I do have with Chapter 8 though is Marcus. So they try and make this like emotional moment of Marcus dying. But Marcus has barely been in the game before this. He's an NPC that stands next to Irina, and then he appears very briefly in Chapter 7 with her. Elma calls out his name once. I don't remember if he actually has any voice lines of his own. He's just kind of there, and he just kind of dies. And if they wanted the player to actually care about Marcus, why did he not have a role in Irina's Affinity mission? Her first Affinity mission is required for the story. So if they wanted to make you care a little bit about Marcus, they could have put him in there, but no, they didn't. Marcus, very, very bizarre writing choice, that one. Yeah, one of the few criticisms I have with an otherwise really exciting chapter. Mwambarkus. But at least Mwamba has a character. At least Mwamba has lines. At least you care about him a little bit by the time he dies. Marcus just is nothing. He is not a character. He is a face with a name, and that's about it. The mech was in a place where the Ganglion couldn't get it, so why did they bring it back to a populated city? They could have built a base around it in the tainted area. That is true, I suppose. But they probably didn't really have the They probably didn't really have the resources to maintain a base that far out. That's probably the reason why, I would say. Plus, obviously, Lao was pushing for it to get brought to the city, so. Plus, yeah, it's a lot easier to research it with all the materials and resources they have in the city itself. Monolith Soft trying to spare our feelings from getting hurt for once, and the fans get mad. I mean, I'm not mad about Marcus, I'm just confused. I'm just very confused about what his presence in the game is meant to be. Right, okay, so I believe the next mission I would like to do is in the barracks. Yes, it is. Let's head over there. He's just there, then dies. RTD wrote him. Yeah, I guess so. Okay, this is Nagi's time. This is Nagi's first Affinity mission. This is not required for the story. However, during it, a certain someone gets mentioned, so it's somewhat relevant to the epilogue. So I thought it'd be fun to do this one on stream as well. Plus, you know, Nagi's awesome.
Someone here to visit!
Is this about a new mission?
Yeah.
What's wrong, Commander? You don't sound like your usual self.
If Mustache Friend have troubles, maybe Tatsu can help.
Right. We're alone here, yeah? Just your team?
Yes, just who you see here.
Okay, then. This mission is sensitive stuff. Need to know for your ears only, etc. All right?
What is it? Did something happen?
I won't beat around the bush. Nagi's gone missing. It's been 6 hours since we lost contact. He was out inspecting the lifehold remains we found in Primordia.
Wait a sec. He did not go out there alone.
He had a team of Harriers escorting him. Their last transmission was, in combat with the Ganglion, and then, nothing. Which I'm sure you'll agree does not bode well.
At the same time, we don't want to jump to any conclusions, especially ones that could start a panic.
I'm the new Defense Secretary now.
Tatsu obviously most qualified replacement.
Would you two kindly shut the hell up? This is serious. Look, I'll do my best to keep this under wraps while you check it out. But we need you to hurry. Find him.
Understood. We'll leave right away.
Alright, okay. I am not the new Defense Secretary, unfortunately. Let's go find Nagi. There's no replacing him. So he is out in Primordia. And there's another bit of weirdness with the game here. This mission involves a lifehold unit on the coast of Primordia. And this thing is just sitting here. It's been there the entire game. You can find it as soon as you get access to all of Primordia. They don't do this with the core, so they're clearly capable of not having these things spawn in until they're relevant, and I do think they should have done it with this one in particular. Because it is a little bit awkward to just stumble upon this and then the game just not acknowledge it. Because I found this, I think on my first playthrough, in like chapter 5 or something, which was 3 chapters ago, and it's only now that the game is acknowledging it.
This is where Secretary Nagi's last transmission came from.
Right. His escort team had arrived, and they were engaged with the Ganglion here.
But Tatsu not see anyone.
Elma, I'm picking up a residual heat signal. This battle must have went down recently. signal just spiked. What the heck is going on?
Let's go find out.
Right, looks like Nagi's in trouble. Let's hope we don't lose another piece of the Lifehold.
Is this all you, sir?
It wasn't enough to save them. I lost soldiers. Good ones.
Those Harriers were your escorts, sir. Keeping you alive was their mission. I'm sure they have no regrets.
He never would have let this happen.
With respect, comparing yourself to those who are no longer with us won't get you anywhere, sir.
But Tatsu is glad Secretary is safe. Team Tatsu should hurry and tell Mustache Man.
I suppose you're right. Do me a favor. Head back to the city and file a report on all this.
You're not coming with us, sir?
There's something I need to do first.
Sir. It's nice to be reminded we've got a leader worthy of the position.
I'll hang on to these until you're all revived. Until then, rest well, soldiers.
And there we go. It's a very short mission, but it's a nice one. I think it really adds to Nagi's character really nicely. Like Elmer said, he is a leader worthy of the position, and he is a party member. After all these years, I still think this is really awesome. Like, he just seems like the sort of character who's too cool to be in the party. He's always just going to be a story character sitting in the background, but no, he is here. You get to use him, and he's really powerful. It's great. Interesting shape for that Lifehold piece. All of them have been that same piece. You just don't see the others for very long before they get blown up. But yeah, so addressing this, in the original version of X, this was just a neat little reference to Xenosaga. This was the shape of the Zohar in Xenosaga, the Zohar being the equivalent to the Conduit in Xenoblade 2 and 3. But who knows? Maybe there's more to this now. I'm not going to say anything, but you know, maybe. Right, moving on. Let's get Nagi back to the barracks and let's get him in a skell. What the? There's a strange ringing noise in my ear. I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm hoping noise suppression is picking that up and cancelling it out. Right, let's pop Nagi into Imperator for now. And then, I know I've only just got him, and I am excited to use him, but it is time for me to take a quick break. It is 8 o'clock, which means it's time for Milo's wee stop in the garden, and then a treat, and then I kind of also need a wee myself, so I'm going to take 15, maybe 20 minutes, depending on how long Milo is. Have a quick break, and then we've got some more missions to do when I get back. See you guys in a moment. It's not tinnitus, is it? No, it's definitely coming from my headset. I think my mic is picking something up and playback is playing it back to me. But it's just like a quiet sort of occasional ringing noise. It's very odd. But it doesn't look like it's coming through on OBS, so it should be fine. Anyway, see you in a moment.
But what does this have to do with Sean?
I love refrigerators.
I'm feeling full of beans.
Don't forget me!
think you can take me?
Okay, we are back. Milo actually didn't take that long outside, which is unlike him. Usually he wants to play for about 15 minutes before he goes to the toilet, but he was pretty quick today. He pretty much went straight for the loo. Right, okay, where is the next mission that I want to do? I believe it's not in the barracks. Okay, both of them are right there in front of Blade Tower. Okay, that's convenient. That works out really, really well. So, one of these is required for Chapter 9, one of them is required for Chapter 10. Even though it sounds backwards, I'm actually going to do the one required for Chapter 10 first. Just because I prefer it out of the two. It introduces a character who I'm a really, really big fan of. And it's a little more relevant to Chapter 8. So it's kind of more on brand for the stream today. This is Manhunt, the first Affinity mission for a character we've not been introduced to yet on this playthrough, but if you're familiar with my original playthrough, or if you've been playing the game yourself, you know who this is. She's great. She's related to Neil now, I'll say that much. Let's jump into it.
Ah, look who's here. Perfect timing. Turns out I've got a mission that's right up your alley.
In other words, something dangerous?
See? You're perfect for it. Now then, remember the night the Ganglion hit us? Your team took on a pair of Xenos. Real bad apples. A big old lug and one nasty little lady.
Dagon and Reese, I think it was.
There's no forgetting those two.
Yep, that's them. We just got word they've been spotted skulking around Noctilum.
Could they be planning another attack?
That or who knows what. Whatever they're up to, I can tell you, it ain't gonna be good for us.
Muscle Man not worry, his mustache hair's gray. Team Tatsu is on the case.
Right, those two are no pushovers. We fought them once and we beat them once. We're the best choice to take this on. We'll leave immediately.
Thanks, Colonel.
Right, okay, let's head over to Noctilum then. Let's set off in search of Dagan and Reese. Now, Reese is a really weird character, but I'll get into more about the thought that just popped into my head later on in the game. I'm kind of getting a little bit ahead of myself talking about what her character amounts to.
It's still smoking.
Bad guy's campfire.
The residual heat signatures confirm it. This fire was active until just recently.
It's strange. A campfire doesn't strike me as their style.
We should take a look around.
Good thinking. All right, let's give this place the standard perimeter sweep.
Elma, wait! Tatsu, hear something!
Someone's coming. Everyone, hide!
Looks like we're too late. Damn it. Those two could be anywhere. Come on. That guy's the size of a mech. There can't be that many places for him to hide. Whatever. We'd better report to the captain.
Soldier's definitely ganglion.
Elma, did you hear that? Guys the size of a mech.
And they're looking for a pair.
But why would Dagon and Reese... I mean, they're ganglion too, right?
Maybe they deserted after bitter defeat courtesy of Tatsu.
Courtesy of who? Still, it does sound like they're after our targets.
Everything we've heard seems to point that way.
Maybe we should shake those two down for intel. See what they know.
What do you think?
Yeah, let's rough them up. Sounds fun to me.
All right. We should be able to handle a couple of grunts easily enough. Let's see what we can find out.
Right, let's go rough them up. Of course I'm going to use a Skell. It's not overkill at all. This has the boss theme, really. This barely qualifies as a boss game. Who are you trying to kid?
It's no use.
Now then, who are you chasing and why?
We'll never talk, human scum.
I don't think you understand. This isn't a request.
Target sighted. All units rally at point 49.
You hear that?
Let's move.
What should we do about these two?
Knock them out and leave them.
Right, okay. Targets have been found. Before I go in search of them, though, I do spy, with my little eye, a lovely little Skell wreckage over here. I wonder what's inside. Hopefully a Apparently you're inside, okay. I was going to say hopefully a research probe, because I could do with some more of those. I really don't have as many as I would like. And I have been doing side quests between streams, and there is a side quest that needs a lot of research probes. And I have even more reason to do side quests between streams now, because I kind of accidentally deleted my main file. So if I ever want to 100% this version of the game, I'm going to have to do it on this file now. Germivores are the real bad guys. Yeah, they suck. They're not quite as bad as Mortarfoals, but they're definitely up there, one of the more annoying enemies in the game. Right, it's not going to let me fast travel because I'm in combat, isn't it? Yeah, god damn it. That'll be another Germivore. Oh my god, just as the battle ended, I think we hit another one. Okay, there we go. Right, here is probably the best fast travel point. So I do get what they were going for with the ambush enemies. They're trying to make Mira seem like a hostile alien planet. But they definitely overdid it. And they definitely should not target you when you're like 15 levels above them, like I am. That's a little bit ridiculous.
It's not our pair after all.
Yeah, but who are they?
Humans? What are they doing here? Who cares? Wipe them out!
Uh-oh. Looks like we have no choice.
I always forget how bad the head on the Marnock model is. Like, there's no... The mouth isn't like a mandible or anything, even though it's meant to be. It's literally just a lump where the mouth should be, and it doesn't move. It's kind of awkward looking. It's definitely more noticeable in this version as well, just because of the general higher graphical fidelity. And to be fair, Marnocks usually don't appear in cutscenes, so most of the time it's not an issue. Though there just are a lot of them in this quest in cutscenes. I do wish the game went a little bit more in depth on the Marnocks. They're one of the least developed alien species in the game.
I'm sorry if we frightened you. My name is Elma. And you are? Are we correct in assuming that the Ganglion are after you? If so, we might be able to help. We come from a planet called Earth, but now we're fighting the Ganglion here on Mira.
Really?
Pay them no heed, Rock.
But Celica, they just beat up those bad guys.
It matters not. I shall not be fooled again.
Well, either way, it's not safe here.
Come on, guys. You can't stay here. It's not safe.
Don't flatter us with your hollow kindness.
Listen, I understand that it may be hard for you to trust a random pack of strangers. But we really do want to help if we can. I hope you can believe us.
Come on, Celica. They seem all right, don't they?
Perhaps, but...
Tatsu, pleased to make acquaintance of new friend Celica.
And you are... a Nopon?
Indeed. Friends saved Tatsu from nasty Ganglion.
Just like they saved us.
Yes, so if Tatsu is trusting friends, Celica can too. Nopon's honor.
Well... You might say that we're fugitives of a sort. Ones that are running low on hiding places.
Our city, New LA, is home to many races besides humans. Both of you would be welcome there. There's no pressure, of course. You can stay or leave as you see fit.
Thank you. That is most kind. My name is Celica.
And I'm Rock. Nice to meet you.
I'm Lynn. Here, these are the coordinates for New LA. Can you get there okay?
I believe the two of us can manage, yes.
Then we'll see you back home. Take care, you two.
That's an actually really nice little moment for Tatsu there. He's the one that's able to get through to them. I like that. My boy deserves more love. Also, Celica and Rock, they are two of my favourite characters in this game. They're just both really wholesome and really sweet. I do wish that they were a little bit more involved in the actual story, though. They were focused on quite a bit in trailers, and it did make them seem like they were going to be quite important, but they are side quest exclusive, which is a little disappointing. Out of all of the side quest exclusive characters, they're the ones who I feel like miss out the most because of that. Though I do still like their questline. I think their questline is really nice, and it does do a lot for them as characters. Tatsu actually doing his job. I know, right? He is actually capable of doing something right. Okay, let's head back to NLA and catch up with Celica and Rock and see how they're doing. Hopefully they're settling into the city well. That guy looks strong. He should kill aliens for money. Oh no. Hello Iron Pro, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Ooh. That is a really nice skull. That is a nice colour scheme. I thought all of the NLA skulls just had the default colour scheme. I guess I was wrong about that.
Hello, everyone.
Hey! Over here!
How do you like the city so far?
It's rather overwhelming, to be honest. But Rock seems quite content, so we'd like to stay if that's permissible.
Of course. And whatever you need, just let us know, okay?
Anytime Celica have a problem, Team Tatsu have the solution.
You have our gratitude.
God, Celica's adorable. She's no Neil now, but she's adorable. It's also interesting that she says Nopon rather than Nopon. Could just be because she has a British accent. Maybe there's something more to it though, who knows? There isn't. She just says Nopon instead of Nopon. It's a little bit of an inconsistency with this particular localization, but Nopon was already inconsistent with the rest of the series, so it is what it is. Right, okay, for the next quest that I would like to do, I'm heading over to Blade Tower once again, because as I said, the other required quest, the one for Chapter 9, is also right there by the door. I'm hoping I can actually use Nagi in this one. There's a chance he's restricted for it. Yes, he is. Okay. God damn it. That is the one problem with Nagi, is even still in this version, he's restricted from a lot of Affinity missions. I think he's restricted from basically every single story mission. At least the base game ones, anyway. You know what? I can actually verify that. Is he restricted for Chapter 9? Yes, he is! Lovely. Okay, who am I going to put in the party instead, then? Seeing as we just got Celica, let's put Neil Nail in. You still enjoy the joke they do in 2's DLC where they discuss the pronunciation of it with Elmer. Yeah, that was a nice little gag. I'm glad that they addressed that. And I'm remembering correctly that that cutscene isn't voiced as well, right? Which makes it funnier. It has been a while since I've done 2's DLC. I think the last time I did it was when I streamed it. Okay, right, let's head back out. Let's make a stop at Armory Alley while I'm going, because I have a ton of Moranium. I think it's not a voiced one. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's not a voiced one. Actually, no. Before I spend all my Moranium on arms manufacturers, I should probably refuel my skull. I have used up half of its fuel. And I did overhaul my probe layout so I could refuel it more regularly. The others are all looking fine. There we go, nice. Don't think you've seen it in-game yourself, just online. Yeah, I think it is non-voiced, because Elma didn't actually get many voice cutscenes in Xenoblade 2. It's mostly just her introduction and completing her initial mission, I believe. She definitely didn't get as many voice cutscenes as Shulk and Fiora did, which is why I've always held on to the theory that she was a very, very last-minute addition, because people were asking for her. I don't think she was planned to be part of the DLC like Shulk and Fiora were.
Yep, and get this.
X has come a long way since then. We had to beg for it to even be acknowledged. And now we've got a full-on remaster. Okay, so this is Spy Games, the required mission for Chapter 9. And it is Maurice Chausson's Affinity mission.
Had I known I'd be forced to wait, I would have brought a book.
Our apologies, Director General. Our blade work has been keeping us especially busy as of late. Besides, it's pretty unusual to get a direct request from you.
I would hope that warranted special priority. This mission affects us all.
If it's an official mission, shouldn't we take it through the normal channels?
Personally, I consider it very official, but both Nagi and Vandam refused me. Shouted me down, actually.
What? Then we're probably not even allowed to take it, right?
Let's hear the brief, and why they turned you down.
A wise decision. You're familiar with Jair Fortress, yes? In a few days, we'll be hitting it with a surprise offensive.
Of course. Every blade on the force is participating.
We built our attack strategy around the idea of limiting casualties as much as possible. As such, we'll be employing mostly long-range fighting tactics.
That would be the sensible choice.
Yes, and I fully support it. But it makes gathering intel nearly impossible.
What sort of intel are you looking for?
Data on the present state of the ganglion. At the moment, we know next to nothing about their situation. We don't even know if it's possible to negotiate with them or not. We need more information in order to effectively formulate future plans.
All right, you've made your ideas clear. What do you want us to do?
Infiltrate the fortress before we strike. Gather whatever intel you can and return here with it.
Is that even possible?
Any answer I give would be idle speculation. But I do believe this mission is of the utmost importance. And I also believe that your team has the best chance of getting it done.
So you decided to ask us face to face? That's quite the honor.
Is that sarcasm?
Take it as you will, sir. What if we refuse?
Then I'll ask the team with the next highest chances, and so on. I'll send in the damn janitors if I have to. Whatever it takes.
You truly believe it's this important?
I do.
All right then. We'll do it.
Excellent.
But we're not taking any unnecessary risks. If things get hairy, we'll cut and run empty-handed if we must.
Let's all hope it never comes to that.
Just one question, if I may. Are those really your only reasons for wanting this intel?
What other reasons would there be?
Any answer I give would be idle speculation, sir.
My goal has always been to secure a future for humanity on this planet. It's as simple as that.
All right, I'll take you at your word. Let's get back to the barracks and prepare. This one's going to be tough.
Right, okay. Do I actually have to go to the barracks, or is that just a... No, I actually do have to go, okay. It's not just a cutscene fluff thing.
I hope you don't mind I let myself in.
From the look on your face, I'm guessing you know about our meeting with the Director General.
And from the look on yours, I'm guessing you accepted the mission.
We'll do what we can. Elma was super clear. If things get dangerous, we'll call it off.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that. Don't forget, you're all far more valuable to us than any intel you might come back with.
Tatsu totally agree and definitely never forget.
In other words, don't worry about us.
Oh, it's nice to know that Nagi cares about us. Right, okay. JF Fortress is over in Oblivia. I have already been there for a few quests, so I do have a nice, handy, fast travel point ready. The attack on JF Fortress that he mentions is interesting, because when I first did this mission, I assumed it would be a story mission or another Affinity mission or something, but it just never comes up again. It exists purely in this side quest for this side quest to essentially be a precursor to it, and then you never actually get to see it. It's a bit weird. Anyway, this mission is basically the ultimate stealth mission in this game. I've often said that X is basically half of a stealth game, and this mission definitely leans into that side of things. So I probably shouldn't be getting my scalp, but the weather is kind of forcing me to. There we go. You know what, actually? I might be able to cheese this with Fressfelg. Usually the Skell would just get spotted trying to amble through the base, so you've kind of got to run through on foot. But with Fressfelg's glide, I might be able to just fly over. Yeah, there we go. Nice and easy. A stealth game without the stealth mechanics. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, you have Shadowrunner. It would definitely be an interesting direction for them to go in a sequel if they did actually add some stealth mechanics and emphasize that side of the game a little bit more. I wouldn't be opposed to that as long as it's not too much of a focus.
This should be the fortress mainframe.
Think you can get in?
I can try, but I wouldn't bother holding your breath. Even if I can, it'll take time. Better to pull the drive and analyze it later.
Alright, let's run with that. Just as soon as we're done with them. Let's take care of these goons first, then we can retrieve the data.
Yeah, it was never going to be that easy. This fight is one that can either go really, really well or really, really badly. If you're not careful, it is possible to aggro enemies outside the building and just get absolutely stomped by them. Which is kind of dumb, considering that we're in a building, but whatever. Yeah, Lyn has somehow gotten outside, and everyone is aggroed onto her. And Lyn loves to use AoE attacks. It's a kind of a recipe for disaster. That is one other criticism I definitely do have with this game. I think it leans a little bit too much into AoE attacks on a lot of the classes, and it can make it very, very difficult to keep fights manageable. Sometimes you just end up aggroing everything. Sir, an enemy has infiltrated the base. Send our weakest men. We have to stop them. I mean, when you put it like that, yeah, it kind of doesn't make any sense. But, you know, story and gameplay segregation and all that. Right, let's give Lyn a heal because she's not doing so hot.
Drive secured, ma'am.
You're amazing, Lyn. Now let's get out of here ASAP so we can head back to the city and report in.
Okay, that went really smoothly. Usually that takes me 1 or 2 tries to get in and get out. But Fressfelg is really, really powerful. That glide, honestly, just changes the game. It's like having flight early in some cases.
Is that the ganglion data drive? Excellent work. You have my thanks.
Tatsu happy to get thanks, but more happy to get reward.
Of course. I'll reward you for your efforts with as large a sum as I'm able. Next comes the task of decrypting and analyzing this data. Elma, perhaps you could...
I'm afraid not. However, I might suggest letting a man-on take a look. If you'd like, we can bring it to someone we know.
I see. I leave it to you then.
Despite the fact that I've played this quest many, many, many times in my life, because it's a required quest in the game, and I've played this game many, many, many times in my life, I always forget about this last objective. I don't know why, but I always think it ends when you go back to Chausson. I always forget that you've got to go see a Manon.
Anyway...
Oh, but we love opportunities to hear the Manon voice now, don't we?
So you want the data from inside this, yes? That's easy. Very, very easy, you know?
That would be a huge help, yes. Thank you.
For you, I'm more than happy to help. Oh, yes. Least I can do for saving my life, right?
When you're finished, deliver the results straight to the Director General's office, okay?
You got it, okay?
All right, let's go give him our report.
I do love those little guys. Whoever decided that they should have the Alvin and the Chipmunks filter is a genius. It is an inspired choice. Some of the best voice direction in the entire series. I'm very curious what filter they use in Japanese, because I assume they must have something. But, like, is it the same kind of filter, or is it something different? You can play the game in Japanese on this version, you couldn't in the original. But I'm just so used to the English version that it kind of sounds wrong to me, so I've not really dabbled with it that much.
Wonderful. I'll expect a report from the Manon, then. It seems I was correct. Your team was the right one for the job. I hope you'll continue to assist in the future.
Of course, as long as our goals align.
Our mutual objective is the continued survival of the human race. This will not change.
Indeed.
The continued survival of the human race. Everything's a speech with that guy.
No, that's one thing he's truly serious about.
You know, I heard something the other day. Did you know about his son? The soldier?
No. Is he a Blade?
He never left Earth. Apparently because of the Director General. He sent his son on a mission just before the White Whale took off.
Why would he do that?
If he were a corrupt man, he would have sent someone else's son on that mission.
But he didn't, did he? I guess sometimes the right thing to do is also the hard thing, huh?
So I actually quite like Chausson as a character a lot more than I was initially expecting to on my first playthrough, and probably a lot more than other people do. All of the marketing leading up to the game's release and the early game paint this picture of him as like, oh, he's a politician, he's going to be untrustworthy. And a lot of speculation that I saw about the game's story prior to it releasing was that he was going to betray us to the Ganglion in some way, for like some self-gain or whatever. But he's not that. Yes, he's a politician, yes, they all have their flaws. But he is genuinely a good man trying to do the right thing for humanity in his own way. It's a shame that I don't think we got any proper official localizations for the X prequel stories that they released when the game first came out, because one of them focuses on Chausson quite a bit, and it particularly focuses on his mentor character, who shaped basically his whole worldview. And she is a really, really interesting character that I wish the game mentioned. Because she's the one that Mira is named after. Chausson named Mira in honor of her. So even though she herself is not in the game and isn't mentioned, her legacy kind of lives on. I do find it weird, though, that Elmer is weirdly combative with Chausson in that mission. The end cutscene clearly shows that, no, he is serious about what he's doing. He is serious about humanity's survival. But she treats him so suspiciously. It's very, very odd. Anyway, that is all of the Affinity missions I wanted to take care of today. Next thing I'd like to do is go and check the quest board, and also put Nagi back in the party for a little bit. I'll pop over to the barracks and stick him back in the Skell as well. But first things first, the quest board, because I do believe the next off-the-record quest should be available. I think this one is the biological one. The last one was archaeological, if I'm remembering correctly. Mechanical is definitely the last one they give you. Yeah, there it is. So, like with the last one, I'm going to try and solve this on my own, but if it takes too long, I'll look up the answers just to move things along. Right, let's go get... Come on, Joe. Put her in some clothes. And you, Army. See, I like dressing up my cross cute as well. But I don't do skimpy cute. Just ignore the fact that I spent hours grinding for the bunny suit on both the original and the definitive edition. It's totally different. Where's Nagi? There's Nagi. Okay, right, let's take a look at this then. So, in Nest behind Rocket to Primal Lake, Quiet Lady's Ichor, thy lust will slake. That sounds like it's a tyrant. Soar deep into the skies and seek the Forgotten Land's ultimate peak. I know what that is. Can I actually do that now? I assume I must be able to if they've given it to me now. I think that's getting to the highest point in Oblivia. Usually on the original, this is one of the objectives that hasn't changed. And usually in the original, by the time I do this, I have flight, so I just fly up there. Did I parkour up there on Definitive Edition on my other file? I can't remember. But I'm going to try. I'm going to do this one first, because if I can't do this one, then there's no point in even attempting this mission today. But I don't know that... I mean, actually, no, I probably will have time for it next time. Streams are probably going to start to get shorter from here on out, just because we're kind of just blasting through missions and story chapters at this point, and I don't want to squeeze in too many into a stream if they're not really relevant to stuff I want to show. There's not really much in the way of like new systems and stuff that need explaining and stuff like that. Okay, that Ictus is really annoying. This is probably not the best place to start the climb, actually. I'm not really sure where the best place would be. This is mechanical, not biological. Wait, really? Huh, I could have sworn mechanical was the last one. I guess I'm mistaken. Okay, no, there's got to be somewhere better to start this climb. You've got the mechanical one from this set of missions, so you assume it must be. Fair enough. The metal ring in central Ibra Ravine. You can climb that? I mean, I'll try. It sounds quite tricky. It's going to be some small platforms to land on. Not the giant one. Oh, is there another one? Oh, this one. Right. Ah, yeah, I see how you can get up there. That looks kind of perfect, actually. Thank you, Iron Pro. Come on, come on. There we go. Okay, that's a really good start. Question is, where next? Not there, apparently. Right, where do I go from here? Let me try and puzzle this out. Okay, I might be able to make it up this way. Come on, there we go, there we go. You can make it. Come on, Hresfelg, you can do it. Oh, this looks a bit tricky now. That's quite high. Okay, that looks climbable. I wonder if I would have enough height then to glide across. I mean, it's worth a shot. I don't think I can really get anywhere from where I am right now. Right, let's see where I should shoot for. Hold on. Where that bird's flying, that's over there. Doesn't look too steep. I might be able to get up that way. Everything on this side just looks really, really steep. Might need the vehicle boost mode. There must be a way up without it, because if I did this on my main playthrough without flight, I would have been using Hresfelg. Right, I reckon. Oh shoot, I'm not going to make it. Oh, nearly slid off. Okay. Okay, this does not look as doable as it looked from over there. Oh, maybe. Oh, don't know how I didn't fall off there. Come on, come on, come on. Oh dear. Now where? I'm not convinced this is doable without flight. I just can't see any clear path up. There's nowhere I could glide to from here that I could actually climb up. You're doing Alexa's second Affinity mission, and you say that it was you all along. I forgot that you could take credit for everything that goes on in that mission. Yeah, that's just dropping me back down there to where I was. Yeah, I don't know. Oh shit. No, 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 no. Let's not go down. That's definitely not the way. I feel like this must be doable. They wouldn't have given this to me now if it wasn't. I just don't know how to get up there. Everywhere's either too steep or just too high a cliff. That's alright, Sam. See you in a moment. So I tried to glide to that, but I wasn't able to maintain my height enough. But then this side of the mountain is just like it's sort of a that shape. So not only is it steep, but it kind of lips a little bit, so there's no way I'm getting up that way. So it's got to be the other side, but I just didn't see anywhere that I could actually reach from that side. I feel like it must be possible, because you can make it up to the floating island without a flying skull. So if you can make it there, you must be able to make it to the mountain. I just don't see the path. Well, I'm surprised I can stand on that. Never mind, a lot of that is way too steep. Okay, if I could get up there, that looks doable. But I just don't see how I'm getting up there. So yeah, that was a good starting point. That pipe you pointed out, Iron Pro, that ring, but I just don't see where you actually go from there. It gets you about halfway, as far as I can tell. Okay, this potentially looks better. Come on. I think we can do this. Yeah, here we go. This is more promising. Unless that was the pipe that you meant. Oh no, that still looks way too high. Yeah, that's not doable. I mean, if it is doable, it must be with Hresvelg, because both my main file and Ben used Hresvelg as their level 30 skill. I mean, I know Ben did because I pushed him to on stream. Right, maybe if I get as high as I can up here and then glide back over that way. You think you did this after getting flight? Fair enough. I am stubborn. I want to do it now. I've planned to do it now. My note said do it now, so we're doing it now. Oh, shit, 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 shit. No, 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 no. The skulls can be a bit unwieldy. Oh, I can just walk up to that, okay. Right, I just want to turn around. I want to get myself some more running room here. Yeah, that's not going to make it. That's not going to make it. Oh, maybe. I think this has just put me back where I was, though. I still get to that point where the rock is just too high. Yeah. Why would they give this to you in Chapter 8? That I don't understand. Because using vehicle transformations to get up mountains is definitely sort of sequence breaky jank. It's not intended. I don't think they would expect that from your average player. So the fact that they've given me this now makes me think there must be some path up somewhere. I just have no idea where it is. So like I said, on most of my playthroughs of the original game, I would do this long after I've got flight. So I would just fly up here. But I feel like I must have done this during Chapter 8 on Definitive Edition, or I wouldn't have put it down on my notes, because I made these notes as I was going through the game. So if I couldn't make it, I would have made note of that and gone and do it later. Yeah, I'm nowhere near. Should be a quest to kill Farsis and Telethia without flight. That sounds... How would you even get up there? That sounds awful. Actually, I know you can make it to Telethia without flight. I do not know how you'd make it to Farsis. Boy. Yeah, I don't think I can get up there. I have every belief that it's possible, but I don't think I can do it. Which is annoying, because I wanted to do this quest today, so I could focus on more interesting stuff next time. But it is what it is. Jump from the half arches to the branches and parkour around. Branches? What, do you mean the things sticking out the mountain? Because I've been trying to do that, and it's not been working very well. If you mean like an actual tree branches, I do not... Unless you mean for Farsis. Because I know Telethia, you can climb like the red root thing. Oh yeah, for Farsis. Okay, that makes more sense. Because I'm looking around here and I'm like, branches? What? Hold on. I'm not giving up yet. There's still plenty of time left. Okay, yeah. I think I'm going to give up on doing that. But I am going to do the other objectives today, and then just quickly finish off the quest next time once I get the flight module. I will be wanting to show off a lot of flight stuff next time, so that will kind of fit into that segment of the stream, I guess. These other two, though. This one, I do happen to know, is a Tyrant. Yelena something, I believe. This one actually took me ages to find on my first playthrough of Definitive Edition, so it kind of has stuck in my brain a little bit. I remember the name anyway, I can't remember exactly where it is. I think it's around this lake. So here's the rock. So is there a nest on the other side? I think she's a Skirto or something, Yelena. I'm not quite sure what Ichor means. That is not a word I've heard before. SMH my head, can't believe this video game is making me learn new words. Hold on, she might be over here. This feels vaguely familiar. It's definitely a much easier tyrant to find than the one the Mechanical Quest had you find in the original. Because that was a red Gulder that spawned in like a 2-minute window. And it was only a rare spawn. And I think you needed flight to reach it. It was a nightmare hunting that thing down. I'm so glad they removed the need to do it. Okay, this is definitely the lake, I'm sure. I just can't remember exactly where on the lake it is. I am way too tired to do riddles. Hold on. I see some Skerpos up there. That looks promising. I think one of them is my gal. Maybe. You 100% looked these up. I mean, I will if it takes too long. But I want to do it legit, and this one I do remember. Well, I remember the name of the tyrant and what type of enemy it was. I just don't remember where it is, apart from the fact that it's around this lake somewhere. These are just regular wood Skerpos. Are there any tyrants here? Doesn't seem to be. Oh, yeah, there she is. There she is. That's got to be her. Wait, the hell? She just despawned. Excuse me. Game? What do you mean she just despawned? Where did she go? She wasn't one of these ones. She was nowhere near these ones. What?
Didn't have to be like this.
Maybe I have to aggro a few to get her to spawn? Okay, this is confusing. I saw her, and I know that's the one I need to kill. There you are. Where did you go? Don't despawn again. Right, game. Come on, there we go. Thank you. Please target the enemy right in front of me, not the millions of enemies behind it. Okay, nice. Right, that should be it done. Let's get out of here.
Move in and keep the rhythm going.
There we go, perfect. Right, this one is over in Silverland. A delusional land refers to the Delusion Mountains. I haven't actually been up there on this playthrough, so it's a good opportunity to go up there. Just got to remember where the path up begins. It's somewhere around here. No, I've started past where it begins. I can see it above me. It's over this way. Okay, right. I just want some items from here now. Let's walk around a little bit. Now, the downside to these off-the-record quests is that they essentially replicate the original X experience. Because they don't track, you're back to wandering around picking up every single collectible. It's fun, I think. While I'm up here, though, we probably will see something technically new. I wasn't sure whether I was going to bring attention to this now or not, but since I'm up here, I might as well. There's a Nopon living up here. She was not here in the original. She did not exist in the original. There are a number of new NPCs. I haven't been pointing them out. All of them are involved in either new story content or new Affinity missions. But on my first playthrough, I clocked every single one of them as new, because I'm that much of a Sadat that I know most of the NPCs and went, yeah, no, I don't recognise them. They definitely weren't there before. We've already seen one of them. We've seen Kellerman. Obviously, he's not a very nice man. I can't remember if there are more common spawn on this peak or on the other peak. You only noticed a Momo. Yeah, a Momo is the most obvious because obviously she's out here where there aren't any other NPCs. But I totally noticed all of them. And that is extremely sad, I will not deny that. But I'm also kind of proud of it. Oh, I've got one of them. Okay, I didn't notice that. So they do definitely spawn on this peak then. I will stay up here then, because the other one is a bit of a nightmare right now. A lot of high-level enemies. I don't know how long I'm going to give this. If it takes too long, I will probably collect these between streams. Seeing as I'm going to be finishing the quest next time anyway. I did see another treasure on the map somewhere. Yeah, over there. You've not got the skells yet. That's because you're really early on, Joe. You get them after Chapter 6, and they're really fun. Well, you don't just get them, you do have to work for them after Chapter 6, but they are available after then. Hey, Blunter, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Oh, shit. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a good day. That redeem was perfectly timed with me getting aggroed by a level 50 enemy. Shall you tell Celica you can't believe how awesome you are? Yes. Your attention span for games is poor. You've got 6 on the go. I don't know how you do that. Because unless I'm doing, like, completion, cleanup, or post-game stuff in a game, I tend to just hyper-focus a game when I'm playing it. Because I get really, really hooked on it, and I just don't want to play anything else. Okay, I might have to come onto this peak just because there's more items. Oh, doing this quest really, really makes me appreciate the new quest tracking. Did not miss doing this for every single collectible quest. Another change that I don't think I've mentioned yet is that you can actually pick up collectibles while in a battle now. It certainly makes collectible quests much less of a nightmare. Okay, I think I did just pick up another one there. I think I'm on 2 now. 2 out of 4. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, I'm not really like that. I don't tend to get new thing if I'm not ready to play it. That's why I ended up waiting for Bonanza, because I had a few other games on the go at the time. Oh, there's a big boy there. It's less patience and more that I just don't want to... I don't like interrupting the game I'm currently playing, because it kind of breaks my flow with the game. And then I'm like, oh, well, I've kind of lost track of what I was doing. Been getting into this other game. Do I start over? Running away from that guy. I did see a probe round here. Here we go. Oh my god. I'm so glad you can do probes while you're aggroed. Yeah, see, I've ignored some sales because I knew I was just too busy to play whatever I was going to buy, and sometimes I do regret that because I miss out, but also it's kind of refreshing not having a backlog. Because I might see the game then and go, oh yeah, I'll definitely play that. But by the time I actually get a chance to play it, I might not be interested anymore. So I tend just to buy games when I'm like, I want something new to play. I did make an exception recently. I did buy some games in a sale. But I've not had a chance to play them. Funnily enough, they were both Metroidvanias. And I picked them up thinking, oh, once I'm done with DK, I can play these to tide myself over until Silksong. And then Silksong came out. Wario... Wait, hold on, what were you saying? You have alerts on for certain games you don't have, like WarioWare Shake It. And you got Wario's Greed. Good news is this objective that takes ages replaced the one in the original that takes ages. I think this one did exist in the original. Because I remember doing this on the original. I don't think it was for Mechanical though, I think it was for one of the others. I think it got shuffled around. I don't think I can get that treasure, not without aggroing the level 50 Cantor. But yeah, the other one that takes ages is the one on the slopes of Coldros, where you have to collect 10 collectibles, and that one is still in the game, unfortunately. That's the one that really needed removing, and they kept it. It's awful. We will be seeing that on stream, because these are technically new content, so I do want to show these quests off. Well, less new content, more modified content. This does take me back to 2022, though. When I was doing this basically every other stream. Do you guys remember those days? Do you miss those days? I do miss my original stream playthrough of X. I had a really, really good time doing that. It kind of rejuvenated a lot of my confidence and enjoyment of streaming. Because obviously I did that coming out of a bit of a burnout break. Like, on paper, doing a game that big after having been burnt out on streaming was a stupid idea. But it definitely paid off. And I've kind of been just carrying that confidence ever since. You know, occasionally I still have my my self-doubts about streaming, but for the most part I do just kind of get on with it and enjoy it now and try not to think about it too much when it does crop up. I have kind of identified what my issue was anyway that I kept running into. I've noticed that I feel the most down about streaming the morning after. So like a Sunday morning, I'll get up and I'll start uploading the VOD and I'll be like, ugh. And it's because I'm tired. That is literally the reason. My brain is like not functioning properly because I haven't had enough sleep. And the stream is the last thing it remembers. So it just puts those tired feelings onto the stream. So now I know that, it's quite easy to just ignore those thoughts and go, just, you're tired. Grab a monster. No, that would make me feel worse. That stuff is disgusting. Anyway, I picked up the 4th one without noticing. Lovely. I miss the old days of streaming when you wasn't too tired to stream all the time. That's because you don't get enough sleep, Joe. That's because you sleep for like 4 hours at night, and that's not enough. You've got a £14 CEX voucher you've been sitting on. Oh, you should definitely spend it on something. I mean, if you don't want to spend it, I'll have it. I'm sure I could find something to use it on. In your defense, you're a spoon. Well, yeah. True. That's not really a defense. Okay, right, now that that's done, there is one more quest I wanted to do today, and this is one of the more iconic ones in this game. And like I said, I wasn't initially going to show it off on this playthrough, but I've kind of had a change of heart, and I feel like it should, because it's... We did some Xeno quests last time, and this one is very relevant to those. And it's definitely one of the more shocking and interesting ones. Also, I still find the coincidence of this particular quest coming from someone called Alex quite funny. Oh. If you're in the friend group, you know. Oh, are you the one who picked up my listing? The issue I need resolved is urgent, yet I've had no luck finding help. I'd like to begin briefing you immediately, but first I must ask you one question. To my eye, New LA is a wild pastiche of alien races. How do you view our city? All of NLA's citizens work together, it's glorious. You've overshot optimistic and landed squarely in delusion. Such rose-tinted visions of the city only do it harm in the end. Some Xenos, for example, continue to flout the city's laws. Should they not be held accountable for their actions? What are you intending to do about it? My plan is simple. If you wish to live in this human city, you must agree to follow its human laws. This is not too much to ask. For example, we drive on the right side of the street and stop at red lights. We throw our garbage away in proper receptacles in order to keep the streets clean. Yet look around you. These aliens parade about the city as if they built it with their own 2 hands or tentacles or whatever they have. I propose we gather up each race and require them to attend a seminar that clearly defines our customs. We can start with the Manon. Well then, will you assist me in this effort to raise our fair city up to a higher standard? I see in you a kindred spirit, good madam. I cannot thank you enough. I will round up as many Manon as I can. I would, however, ask you to collar 3 of them and return to me. I am not going to collar anyone. An unartful turn of phrase, my apologies. If you invite the 3 Manon to the seminar on your end, maybe it will help me learn to, deal with them appropriately. Yeah, this guy... Oh, he already gives me the ick. This does not give me a good feeling. A lot of that wording is probably very, very, very familiar to some people, because a lot of people love to phrase things like that. Don't want to give away the surprise of what's going to happen, though. I work in arms development here in New LA, you know. It's rewarding work, but I find navigating Earth customs so difficult. Evening comes and the entire team goes home, right? But to me, the dark hours are my most productive. You could come to the seminar. His name is Alex, yes, Alex. Ah, perhaps his seminar will give me new insights into human thinking, maybe. I'll go, yes, though perhaps I shouldn't expect too much, should I? Not to be rude. Okay, the next one is Zedoy. He is over in Industrial. Ah, Joe, you've got to resist those cravings. Cravings are tough, I know, I get them as well. I try not to irritate humans, but it seems like it just happens, you know? I'm beginning to think that perhaps Manon just come across as wishy-washy to humans no matter how hard we try. Could you offer any tips, perhaps? Please? You could attend the seminar. How remarkably convenient. You humans are quite considerate, aren't you? I'll attend Alex's seminar then. After all, understanding humans is the first step towards learning to communicate better with them, right? And number 3 is aboard the ship. And I need a quick drink refill. There we go.
Hey.
Phew, human jobs are so hard, aren't they? I presently work as an architect's assistant, but I've had a lot of trouble, you know. You could attend Alex's seminar. Alex is holding a seminar? Wonderful, so wonderful. This will deepen my understanding of human culture and customs, yes, which should in turn help me grasp your aesthetics. I'm eager to learn more of humans, you know, so yes, I think I shall attend the seminar. Alright, let's go see Alex then, see what this seminar is all about.
Hear me out.
Here they all are, a couple of Nop-on as well.
Not bad.
Ah, you found them. Fine work. I have a special location reserved for my seminar on traditional Earth customs. By the end of the talk, I expect they will all be perfectly assimilated. Come to the top of Headwater Summit in Primordia. The lesson I have planned can only be taught there, for there they will be made to accept the truth, by any means necessary. Well, that didn't sound sinister at all. Why does this seminar need to be happening outside the city, Alex? That's a bit suspicious. Oh, you can do one of Bose's missions. Have fun. That guy would love this mission. You should continue X, Joe. It is a fantastic game. It's like a 50-50 split online. People hate the DLC, the DK DLC. I think from what I've seen, a lot of people just think it's too expensive for what it is. Which I do kind of get. It's essentially like a little side minigame mode. And it costs as much as an entire game. Like, I brought Silksong for the same price. I'll probably get it myself because I have the money and I did love Bonanza. But also I do think it could have been cheaper. Right, let's get this probe while I'm here. Might as well. I'm sure no Manon will be harmed while I'm doing this. Oh. The momentum carried me out of range of the probe. Okay, this is a really out-of-the-way place for a seminar, Alex. Bit weird, mate. I think the more concerning thing is the Galaxy Bundle being £10 more than 3D All-Stars. Yeah, that's not great. That's definitely some weird pricing. Oh dear. He's got a gun and there are 3 dead Nopon on the floor. I expected you sooner, but no matter. We've only just begun after all. Now please enjoy the show. Well, Manon, it's time to decide. Would you prefer to jump off your own will or die by a bullet? Neither? I see. In that case... So, you can just stand there and watch him kill them all, if you so wish to. I'm not going to do that. Let's stop him. You understand nothing. Does the current situation not raise the alarm in your mind? Coming to this planet taught me something. The Xenos who destroyed the Earth are far from our only threat. Manon possess diabolical alien technologies. They're even more dangerous than the Prone. Were they to turn that technology against the city in earnest, New LA would be wrested from us in days. At this rate, they'll take everything. Mankind will be doomed to a dark future as slaves, toiling under the lash of their cruel Xenomasters. But if we take the initiative and eliminate the Xeno threat before they strike, we can spare our people from that hell. And if you will not see the truth through reason, my only choice is to resort to force. Oh boy. There's no reasoning with people like this. For you see, I am far from alone in wishing New LA to be cleansed of its Xeno infestation. Others who share in my vision have come together to fight for it. And any humans that would place themselves between our truth and the Manon can die along with them. You know, there's a real surprising amount of racists and terrible people who made it onto the White Whale. I wonder if there's a reason for that. Anyway, there goes his skull. Thank you, Lynn. That was definitely Lynn who went for that one. The Manon could take over our city if they wanted to, so I'm going to piss them off. Yeah, it's not a great plan. Which is kind of fitting for the kind of person he is, because they're not very smart. Thank you so much. I'm really sorry for inviting you to this. Some humans are wicked, aren't they? We Manon know this, and yet I think we failed to appreciate it. Perhaps the failure lies with us? Still, I hope that our races can cooperate despite people like him, you know? Oh, and I need to repay you. Anyway, please allow me to reward you for your assistance, okay? They really should not be paying me for this. This is half my fault. I would be pleased for you to have this. Thank you so much. Oh, and I hope to see you again in the city soon, if that's alright. Are they going to be fine getting back to the city by themselves? There's a lot of high-level enemies up here. Right, I'm just going to grab this before I go. And then I think that will probably do it for today. There's not really any other quests that I want to try and squeeze in today. So, let's head back to the barracks. Let me just check there's nothing else up here first. Oh, hold on. I see something. Welcome back, Joe. I hope you had a fun time smelling Static's fart. Lollipop air freshener isn't great. Yeah, I tend to go for like more natural scents with my air fresheners. I just prefer how they smell. Sort of like various spices or like fruit or stuff. Stuff like sweets are just a bit too sickly of a smell. Okay, can I climb this mountain any better than the other one I've attempted today? Hopefully, because it's a lot smaller. Here we go. Okay, I think this might be a segment piece as well. You need to find bacon air freshener to spray near Matt. Bacon air freshener sounds disgusting. Like, I love the smell of bacon, but that is not a fresh, clean smell. That would drive me mental. I think I genuinely would just go mad if my place smelled like that all the time. Wait, Matt hates bacon? I did not know that Matt hated bacon. That's really cruel then that you want to make him smell that. I thought you were meant to be his friend. Ooh, scenic viewpoint, nice. Forgot that was there. Didn't really spend enough time there to appreciate it, but still. see another treasure down here. Yeah, there it is. You take pleasure in others being Joed. That's just called bullying, Joe. That's what that is. Anyway, right, I think that is everything. Let's head back to the barracks then. Right, yeah, so that will do it for today. Pretty productive stream. Got one of the best chapters in the game done, got 3 Affinity missions and a normal mission done, and got 2/3 of Off the Record done. On my original stream playthrough, this is where Season 2 came to an end. But obviously this playthrough is a bit more streamlined. We're still going, we're going right through till Chapter 12. Next time, I'll be doing Chapter 9, which is a bit of a difficulty spike in the game, and it will be a good opportunity to check that I've got a decent overdrive build going on. And then Chapter 9 means Flight will finally be available. Oh, we're actually going to get to hear some new music next time. There's a new remix of the Flight theme, and it's amazing. But it also means that after 2 streams of not seeing anything new, we're going to properly be getting back into some new content. Getting Flight means that Liesl's second Affinity mission is unlocked, and we will also learn the true secret and the true power of the Hresvelg Skell. It's pretty cool. It's really cool. You're going to want to be there. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the stream. I will be back on Wednesday with some more Xenoblade Chronicles X. Right. Have a good one, guys. And I'll see you later. Oh, hello, Frankie. Bye, Frankie. Milo says bye as well. Tatsu amiibo when? Yes, please. I want one. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you later. Bye.